Are you hungry? You look like you might be hungry. Well, imagine your favorite meal. It's sitting right in front of you. They look so delicious and it smells so good. Well, guess what? You're getting a hot dog. Well, actually, you're getting a cake. My name is Natalie Sideserf, and I make cakes that don't look like cakes. Today, I'm gonna show you how I made a hot dog cake. When I think of hot dogs, a few things come to mind. Being a kid, summer cookouts, and baseball. I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, and Cleveland is a huge sports town. I'm not kidding. You walk down the streets of Cleveland, and for every 10 people that you pass, 3 of them are gonna be wearing some kind of Cleveland sports team apparel. And I've always been a fan of baseball. When I was 5 years old, I won a contest. For one Cleveland Indians baseball game, I got to be Batgirl. Not like bat, but like bat. I'm talking Major League Baseball here. I got to go to a game and hang out in the dugout with all the players. I got to meet each of them, and then they all signed my baseball. Now, I was only 5, like I said, so I remember very little from this day, but I do have documentation. And an extra wave for good measure. I still have that shirt. It fits much better now. So in my 5-year-old brain, I remember this moment a little differently. I thought that I walked out onto the pitcher's mound to wave at everyone. But as you just saw, we only walked out to the area where the batters warm up just before they bat. So I was on deck, not in the middle of the field like I remember. Now fast forward 4 years, I'm 9 years old, and I just signed up to play in a local softball league. And the name of the team that I was assigned to was Maroon.
What a maroon.
Yes, the color maroon, because back then softball teams were named after colors. And that year, I just so happened to be the youngest on the team and the smallest. If you know anything about youth baseball, right field is where you don't get too much action. So that meant the coach places me in right field. The team is very young, so not many of the kids can even hit the ball in the outfield. So most of my time was spent picking dandelions. Now, I wasn't bummed about being in right field. I had to practice to get into the position that I really wanted. I wanted to play second base. At practice, my coach would have me pop into the second base position every once in a while, and that was to allow me to potentially take on that position once I had more experience. So the season starts, and as it turns out, Maroon is an unexpectedly good team. So as the season went on, we started winning. We won so many games that we made it to the World Series of our local league, that is. So the final game came down to Team Maroon versus Team Black. Team Black was a notoriously good team. So we started the series, we lost the first game, won the second game, and now we're playing the third game. And you're never gonna believe this. I'm out in right field, and the batter hits a ground ball to the second baseman. But she got injured, and I'm the backup. I'm thinking, oh no, this is not good. I am not prepared for this. I mean, I practiced second base at practice, but I've never actually played second base in a game. So I immediately look up at my coach's face, and he flashed me the most worried smile I've ever seen in my life. He didn't know how this was gonna go down. So coach said, all right, go to second base, you're in. So the first couple plays didn't involve me. And then the third batter is up. She swings, and it's a line drive to second base. I run 3 large steps to my right towards the ball, but I couldn't run fast enough to get my body right in front of it. So I reach my mitt as far to the right as I possibly can, and I attempt a backhanded diving catch. I know, this sounds ridiculous, but I went for it, and I caught it. I caught a backhanded diving line drive, and it was epic. I look at my mitt, the ball is in there. I'm like, what? I was so surprised. So I immediately look right at my coach, and he is cheering so hard. He was sincerely proud, and all the people in the stands were cheering. It was the best. That day, I got myself a victory snow cone, and it tasted better than any other snow cone I've ever had. But it was one of the first times in my life that I realized what it felt like to have your practice pay off. And it really impacted me. And I have been pushing myself ever since. And there you have it, a hot dog cake. I love that this cake makes me feel nostalgic, and I also find it really funny. I mean, it's a hot dog cake. It's an odd one, for sure. All right, let's cut the cake. That green buttercream-filled hot dog is the best. I love it. Like this video if you like this video, and subscribe to my channel for a brand new hyper-realistic cake every week. And I'll see you next week for another cake.